Good evening again. Last time we talked all about movies and horrors on screen, but what are some of the songs we love to hear from the Halloween season and love to listen to still? To answer that with me tonight is again my friend, the indomitable Danby Jackson.
Hi guys.
So yeah, just getting right into it. Any horror or like Halloween season music that you love? I feel like it kind of goes underlooked, you know, especially because it's so close to Christmas. Halloween or like fall season music kind of goes overlooked. So I have some of my picks, but I'm curious if we may have some matches.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a good point. You kind of get to enjoy this for a few weeks, and then on November 1st, it automatically swaps over to like Mariah Carey and all the Christmas pops and stuff.
Even right now, like I see like Halloween memes of like trying to stave off Mariah Carey for as long as possible, and it's like Art the Clown from Terrifier holding a flamethrower.
So there's some easy ones that are just like classics. Like as a kid, my family used to play like the Monster Mash a lot, which is always like a good time. That one's a little more lighthearted. I wouldn't call it horrific, but it's cute, it's fun. The other obvious kind of go-to is just like Thriller. Michael Jackson, that's always a fun time.
It's fair to say it's overplayed, but it's also like just an unbeatable classic.
Yeah, a product of its time and timeless.
Yeah, exactly.
At the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
One of my favorites is a song called "His Eyes" by Pseudo Echo, which is, I think it's an Australian band. It's kind of new wave. It's from the 80s. That one I quite like. I'm not even familiar with a whole lot of their other songs. I think they did like a rendition of like Funky Town and things like that they're probably more known for. But but this one smacks. It's a kind of the song about obviously like a stalker / killer. It's kind of like that new wave, kind of almost Depeche Mode type of flavor and vibe. I love that. I'm not going to sing it, but yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah, no performances here for me either. I think that's a great point to mention too. Some bands that you may not immediately associate with Halloween, but you just hear the music and they give that vibe. Like Depeche Mode, I think, is a great example too. They use a lot of synths, right? And I feel like synths and synth sounds in general are pretty spooky, you know?
Yeah, like some of their songs, you know, like "In Your Room," things like that. Like, yeah, those are songs that maybe not Halloween related, but that can produce some sort of anxiety within me. I would associate as like, and they have quite a few songs like that. That like the vibe is you turn it on because it makes you feel a little on edge. You know?
Yeah, even some songs that are kind of clubby in a way. If you think about the setting of like a club and a haunted house like attraction, it's kind of similar. It's hard to see. There's flashing lights. Like Some club songs like kind of have a horror vibe to it. I mean, you think of Blade. All like the rave scenes in Blade, like,
right at the beginning, and
For me, some great like Halloween season picks. Pretty easy one, I think. The Cramps. The band The Cramps, Like a bunch of their songs are immediately associated with Halloween. You know, like Teenage Werewolf. And then I forget the name of the song, but Wednesday, the Netflix show, made it pretty popular.
The one that she's dancing to?
Yes.
That's gotcha. Yeah.
In general, a lot of metal and rock music from the 80s, I feel like, is pretty easy to associate with Halloween.
Iron Maiden, there's a lot of songs of theirs that I would enjoy at this time. Hallowed Be Thy Name, or Number of the Beast, all kinds of stuff, really.
Yeah, Black Sabbath, Metallica. Yeah. I once heard a friend of mine mention, "Is there any Halloween music?" And I felt so offended. I'm like, let me tell you.
There is, it just doesn't get the radio play in the same way that like Christmas stuff does. Another one that I really like, there is a singer, another 80s one named Tuesday Night with a K, and she has a song called Nightmare. Literally, I think it is like a Freddy Krueger type song about nightmares. That one's pretty, it's 80s rock, but I'm about that. I like 80s stuff, so that one's pretty good. Another one that some people have heard, they would associate it with the show Peaky Blinders, is Red Right Hand by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, I think is the name of the band. I think that's the opening credits for Peaky Blinders. That one also used to be featured in every Scream movie, would play the song at least once during a montage of something happening in the film. That was always kind of like, they had the original score, but that song had to play at least once in the movie, or it's not a real Scream film.
As far as like new music that I would associate with Halloween, there's this one artist, she goes by Ash Nico. So far, every year for the past at least 3 or 5 years, she's released this song like at least during October. Last year, like she collected a bunch of them and then released them as an EP. She called it Halloweeny. Yeah, that I listened to like all throughout October. It's so great. Going back to what I said about like Halloween club music.
Yeah.
That EP I think is a perfect example.
It's perfect for it.
Yeah. And one of them she samples in the Hall of the Mountain King. You know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So which sounds really tacky, but she actually, I think she makes it go pretty hard, surprisingly.
Okay, cool. It's a party with my ghouls. We go boo. I'll make some mushies with my juice. Okay, rude.
One other one that comes to mind for me is the song Decode from Paramore. This is a song from the Twilight soundtrack.
Okay.
And whether you love or hate Twilight, the soundtracks, and those, especially the first one, the soundtracks are really good. And that one plays during the credits. And that one that one does it for me. I think it's a very good song, I think.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of 2000s era or even early 2010s like horror movies had pretty good like music albums too.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily the original OST, but like curated music like for the movie. If it's just songs they picked or songs made for the movie, either way. Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of like great 2000s picks for that. Like Jennifer's Body, I think has some
that's got a really good
has some great ones. Like Panic at the Disco did a song for that. Rob Zombie's own movies, like for Devil's Rejects, he picked a lot of like southern rock for that. Not in Devil's Rejects, but I think in House of a Thousand Corpses, like he used some of his own music for that, which, you know, sure.
How could you not? Yeah, he doesn't have to pay for the license.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
But also, he's a great example too. Rob Zombie, like Hellbilly Deluxe or his album Hellbilly. That's an easy Halloween album. Like, gotta be, I think.
Yeah. This man directed a Halloween movie, right? So
Yeah.
I don't even remember though. Does he? I don't think he would, because that movie kind of, I guess it's not a period piece, right? No, it's. Anyways, does he have any of his own music in his Halloween movies? I don't think so. Because the beginning of the movie is a flashback to Michael Myers as a kid, so that's kind of back in the day. But then I think the rest of the movie, if I hadn't seen it in a while, takes place in like 2000s or whatever. I don't think he puts his own music
I haven't
in
seen
that.
his Halloween movies. If he does, I think that'd be a little out of place.
Yeah. That'd be a little obnoxious.
Especially if you played it like in the past. I existed in the past and present.
Directs the movie, puts his wife in it, and then like, and it's gonna be my music.
Who was his wife in that?
Sherry Moon Zombie plays Michael Myers' mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think her name's Sherry Moon Zombie. I think that's her name.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. She plays the mom, who of course is a dancer.
Okay.
Exotic dancer.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But, to
I see.
pay the bills.
Yeah, I see now.
Yeah. That movie is pretty, a little trashy, but it's like trailer trash Michael Myers, basically. Rob Zombie's,
I really want to go to one of Rob Zombie's shows because
does he still play?
Yeah, he still plays. The last time he was here, it was either last year or the year before. A friend of ours went, Emma. She was there.
Oh, to Rob Zombie. Oh, fun.
And all the stuff he brings out on stage. He'll bring out a robot from an old horror movie. I'm spacing out on it, but yeah, he's a huge fan of like
kind of classic.
Like cult classic
kind of films.
Yeah, so he'll bring out like people dressed up in characters from those movies, and his shows was a great time. Even if maybe you don't jive with the music, you should be entertained. I think
it's still a good time. The last kind of suggestion that comes to mind for me for this time of year, it's a soundtrack. It's 2000s, but it's also not. It's also a little more classical. It's Sweeney Todd, the musical. So the movie, which is my exposure to it, came out in 2007, and the music is so good in it. There's so many good songs. The musical itself is much older. So, the version I'm used to hearing is with like Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter singing, which they both do a very good job. That movie, any song you pick, you really can't go wrong. A lot of them are very haunting, but very catchy as well.
Yeah, on the topic of musicals, I recently saw The Corpse Bride, which I thought that was great. They did not need to make her so fine. But it's like part musical. It's not heavily driven by like those sequences, I think. But whenever they come up, I don't feel like I want to plug my ears or I wish it were like speeding up or something.
Right.
I actually kind of drive with the music in that. Now, because I don't want to watch this back and hate that I forgot anything, I'm just going to read off my Spotify Halloween playlist.
Dead flowers in the closet by a crumpled wedding gown.
I have one weird, like, it's actually a Christmas song. It's my favorite Christmas song, but I find it kind of creepy. It's Silent Night. Every other Christmas song is very, like, happy and upbeat, but silent and like...
Yeah, Silent Night's creepy as hell.
It's creepy. It's my favorite Christmas song, but it's like, it gives me anxiety when I listen to it. It's, like, stressful.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be very peaceful. It's, like, depending on the rendition, it can be either be the most peaceful or the creepiest.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Halloween and Christmas, we have to mention this at least once during this series, The Nightmare Before Christmas,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah. A lot of good songs there.
Yeah.
This is Halloween.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the band that covered that? I think it was Marilyn Manson.
Oh, maybe. I can see that. Well, he's a good choice, too.
Yeah,
Just a lot of his songs.
Yeah, a favorite song of mine from Nightmare Before Christmas was always the last one, like with Jack and Sally. Like, we're simply meant to be, like that. Their song I always thought was really cute.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. She sings one by herself a little bit early on, where he's not really paying attention to her and she kind of knows what's up. That's a good sequence. That's a good song. I just can't remember it.
This one from Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bark at the moon.
Yeah.
Do-do-do.
Dragon Force has a song called Evil Dead,
Oh.
which it's a bonus track off of one of their albums. I couldn't tell you which, but I feel like it has to do with the series Evil Dead. Looking at the lyrics, I think it makes it pretty apparent, but yeah, the chorus is just them shouting Evil Dead over and over. And it's really fast, like thrashy.
Like a lot of their songs, pretty fast-paced. And yeah, again, kind of a weird pick because it's like, but I think it's the perfect autumn song. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum, 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 make him the cutest I've ever seen.
You know what?
Bum, bum,
Yeah,
bum.
okay.
I think it's like perfect like autumn vibes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Yeah. I'm trying to tie everything to Halloween, but even with that, I can imagine like some witch like brewing her potions with it.
Yeah, it has played in one or two of the Halloween films. Maybe that's why my brain's making the association. I think it's like a credit song for like one of the old ones or something like that. But.
And this song, most recently, people may not associate this as an October song, but I think I would count it. It's from K-pop Demon Hunters, Your Idol. This to me answers the question, what if we made K-pop demonic? The opening, in sort of the intro of the song and throughout the courses, they're like chanting in Latin, which not that like Latin is scary. Literally, like Latin is a part of science. Like it's not a scary language, but yeah, like there's a lot of ominous chorus singing throughout the song, where it's like whole like crowds of people like chanting together, and it sounds very like apocalyptic. You know, the lyrics, what they're singing about is like taking souls. You know, the whole point of the song is that it's supposed to like make you scared, but it goes so hard, and like I want to dance to it. Yeah. Earlier I mentioned Panic at the Disco, their song Emperor's New Clothes. I think has some spooky vibes to it. The band / the performer, Poppy, like she's a metal musician, and yeah, like I said, a lot of like metal and rock music happens to fit in like just right with Halloween.
Right.
Some of Kat Von D's stuff. She has a song called Vampire Love, which there you go, it's great. Going back to like Halloween club music, that's exactly where that fits in. Yeah.
Lately, something about the night, it makes me hazy. Come on and take a ride now, don't be lazy.
As far as music, there's a lot of my favorites. What about movie OSTs, themes, and
Scores and stuff?
Yeah, scores.
I guess like the obvious one would be like the original Halloween, just kind of the piano score. Literally a kid was playing it earlier at school today. I was like, who's doing this? I had to walk in there and check. You know, that one's pretty obvious. It's I'm trying to think outside the box because music is so integral for something to become iconic. So it's like a lot of the big movies and the big series is, a lot of it's because like, well, it had like super catchy original score to go with it. So like Elm Street has iconic music with it. You know, Friday the 13th has their iconic kind of stuff. Yeah. One that I really like, it's not really a horror film, but it is a thriller, is The Warriors, which is a 1979 cult classic. One of my like top 10 favorite movies. Barry DeForzon is the composer. It's very synth heavy, and the whole movie takes place at nighttime, so it's a vibe, and it's just characters running away from their lives. So it's kind of almost horror. It's a thriller. They're running from gangs that are trying to kill them the whole movie, and the music goes really hard. It's like the movie is pretty good. The music's like, it's such a good movie now, just because the music is so good, it elevates it a lot. So those come to mind for me right away. Yeah.
I was not expecting you to say Warriors.
That actually is a pretty popular. I'd seen a lot of people wearing different gang costumes as Halloween costumes, baseball furies and stuff like that.
I think the Warriors have gotten more popular. Recently.
Yeah, it's interesting for the kind of movie that it is. I remember reading a story once. I think it was like in the 80s when like Ronald Reagan was the president. They like interviewed. It's one of those things where it's like when they have catalogs of fun facts about presidents, and like one thing was like every president naming their favorite movie. And I think it was Reagan. It was a very conservative president said The Warriors is like his favorite movie. I was like, interesting. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, very much has gotten more popular over time, I would say. For there's two more things that came to mind for me. One is this one's not really an OST. It's so old and classic, but the music from Swan Lake. So if you watch like Black Swan, for example, the original Dracula, I think they just used music from Swan Lake throughout it. Yeah, that stuff's really good. It's super classic. Kind of a lot of it can be kind of haunting and mesmerizing and things like that. Another one, there's a specific episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, that's such a good point you bring up. Okay, go on.
Yeah, there's a specific episode, and I just thought about this when I was sitting here, where I don't even remember, I just remember this one scene. He's on a jet ski, and he's versing a giant gerbil hamster monster that's on a jet ski, and they're going through sewer tunnels. And all of the whole soundscape, they mute everything except for the music throughout this whole chase scene.
Wow.
And it's very orchestral. It's like, as a kid, the hairs were standing up on my arms as he wipes out the gerbil, he falls off the jet ski, falls off the waterfall with this haunting music. It's one of those things, if you watch on YouTube, it feels like, someone edited that. It's like, that was the episode.
Courage is so great for
That's a goated show.
childhood horror. Yeah. On the topic of childhood cartoons and music for the season, the intro to Billy and Mandy.
I'm trying to remember the intro.
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of like really wicked, like spooky synths. I hate to keep saying like synths so much, but it goes like.
It is like
and how it starts, like the intro to the song is the most like tame part of it, and it just keeps escalating because it's the show intro, right?
It gets you really excited.
Even just the intro itself of that show, the way it introduces the characters, it shows them like the character cards for each of them. It's like Billy, Mandy, the Reaper. For everyone, it shows them skinned, so you just see their like bare like muscle.
Oh, that's right.
And then it's like the wipe over them, and then we see the character. I'm like, how is this allowed? Like that show is way too metal for its own good.
Ahead of its time. That kind of reminds me now too of childhood shows where the credit songs, like the Goosebumps show, the best part of every episode was just the opening credits with the music. Do, 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 do.
I was thinking it was that one.
Digga-do-do, digga-do-do, digga-do-do. Goosebumps. And then the episode's like pretty lame and cheesy, but the music was so good.
It's fine. I gotta mention SpongeBob. There's so much horror in SpongeBob also. Did you watch SpongeBob much?
A little bit.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll just spout off some of my favorite moments. The episode where they end up on the Flying Dutchman's ship and Squidward's really annoying the Dutchman, and the Dutchman throws him in, like, opens a zipper and then throws him into a pocket dimension that's full of like monsters.
Oh, and I do not remember this stuff.
Okay. And Squidward's like endlessly falling, surrounded by a bunch of just like these freaking creatures. It's awesome. They had a few Halloween specials. SpongeBob asked for Patrick help to make him more scary, and SpongeBob's way of doing that was to tell him like, cut off the corners so I look more round. And it's not revealed until the very end of the episode. Patrick cut so much, he reduced SpongeBob to just his spine and his brain. So when they put the like ghost cloth over him, it's only round because the cloth is on top of his brain. And then there's a lot of like unintended horror throughout the show, especially body horror. Like whenever any of the characters get like malformed.
There's a decent amount of that in SpongeBob. They always have like the the insert shots of like the hyper detailed close up,
The gross ups, yeah.
the gross ups. Yeah.
They call them gross ups.
And
yeah.
even at perfect name.
Gross close ups. Yeah.
Yeah, because even if it's like just a silly episode, like those are always grotesque. But that's kind of what makes it so funny. It's like, oh,
yeah.
oh,
A note about that. So all of the original SpongeBob seasons were drawn by hand, like with like pencil and paper. And of course nowadays they do everything by tablet, but the parts they do still draw by hand are the gross ups. Which I think is pretty funny.
yeah. There's an artistry there for sure. So.
Oh, now what? I suppose you're gonna show me. Oh, gee, that's very nice. Oh, what is this? Some kind of magic act?
This one may not be considered a horror movie at first to most people, but I personally would throw it in there. There's not a lot of this. It's giant monster body horror. It's Shin Godzilla.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
His design's a little bit different in that, right?
Very, yes.
Okay. Very different. Okay.
Like I said, this answers the question: what if Godzilla had body horror in it? But this time it's to Godzilla itself.
Like Godzilla's the one suffering? Or?
Yes, exactly. So here, Godzilla is a creature that undergoes extreme metamorphosis, really quickly, to the point where it's always in unfathomable pain. For sure, the most popular song from the OST of that movie is "Who Will Know." When we hear the song in the film, we think it's from the perspective of the Japanese people as Godzilla is destroying the city, but it's actually from Godzilla's point of view, and it's essentially giving Godzilla a voice, where Godzilla is saying, "Who will know my pain? Who will know my reason for existing?" Because no matter which version of Godzilla you're thinking about, but at least talking about Shin Godzilla in particular,
Yeah.
it didn't ask to exist. It's a result of pollution from people, and then it afflicted sea life and grew into this monstrosity that's too tall, too strong, too powerful, and it can't do anything.
He's got these little
about
arms.
it. Exactly. Yeah. It can't do anything about it, and it can't kill itself. So it's just forced to continue to evolve against its own will. It can't Godzilla can't even control itself. It's just adjusting to its environment and things that it's encountering. So at first, the military fires missiles at it, and it really hurts Godzilla. So Godzilla's body is that didn't feel very good. I'm gonna strengthen my skin now, so the next time if they fire missiles, it doesn't do much. In the movie, they realize that, and they're saying it's adapting to our weapons. It learned to walk on land because the first creature slithered out of the water, and it was oh, slithering doesn't do very well. Let me grow legs. So they're if it learns there are other continents, it could sprout wings and achieve intercontinental flight. And they're we need to kill this thing now.
Can't have that.
Yeah. So Shin Godzilla definitely proposes the scariest Godzilla
iteration of Godzilla.
Yeah. And that part of the OST, when we hear Shin Godzilla's, essentially its theme is very haunting. It was the first time I felt like a Godzilla movie achieved art, since the original at least.
Yeah. It was elevated. Two other OSTs I can kind of think of where just the score is really, really good is The Fly. Howard Shore does the music. It's a lot of strings.
Really?
and
He did? Okay.
He did, yeah. A lot of strings and stuff. Some spine-tingling, creepy kind of music, but also very, very sad and melancholic kind of moments as well. And then 2001: A Space Odyssey has its moments where there's a couple sequences where especially when they're on the moon, right, and they see the obelisk or whatever it's called. And that's the music that I think was sampled in one of the Godzilla trailers where it's
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. We have history with that song.
yeah. Very spooky.
When you say The Fly, are you referring to the Cronenberg remake?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. That made me think of the original, and just think of 30s to even 60s horror music. Just hearing the theremin sound, the kind of alien UFO whirring, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, that sound I always love hearing. It's so silly, but I love it a lot. What about video game OSTs?
It's a good question.
For me, Doom, a lot of the Doom soundtrack. Doom Eternal is a given, composed by Mick Gordon. I would say he made Doom music a subgenre because of how how well he composed for that game. At first, they challenged him to not use guitars, so instead he compromised by using chainsaws. And when they heard what he first sent them, he's like, okay, never mind, he can use guitars. But he still used a lot of those chainsaw sounds in the soundtrack.
Oh, interesting.
And it sounds awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any of like Doom memorized to heart music-wise. If I heard it, I might.
You probably heard
some
it
of
as like in like memes or edits
Yeah.
because that's how that's how much
kind of got around it.
that's how much notoriety it's gotten you.
There's a lot of games I played. It's like it's hard for me to remember. Like when I'm thinking of like OSTs, it's not really. It's like I think of like Elder Scrolls games because the amount of hours you put into them are so long. So you hear the same like.
Oh yeah,
Kind of the idle music,
Yeah.
so much of it. So like that's the kind of stuff that comes to mind.
I want to say Alien Isolation, but that game relies a lot on silence.
Yeah, even when I think about like the original film, even the music is one of those things that doesn't come to mind music wise.
Or the what about the alarm?
Yeah, that comes to mind. Yeah. It's like I used to play like the first Last of Us a lot, but I can't even remember how the music goes in that game. I'm like, oh, that's true. Yeah. How does the spooky music go? I don't know. But you're right, the kind of guitar and stuff.
Yeah. That I think the Last of Us theme definitely provokes some anxiety, even if it's not like immediate danger. It just makes you feel like something's wrong.
Yeah. I did always like the music in L.A. Noire when you're like investigating a crime scene. Kind of a little spooky, or not spooky, but yeah, it always feels like something is afoot. You know? The homicide section of the game where you're a homicide detective and investigating murders, and then it all leads up to because it's the 1940s, the Black Dahlia killer, and so like you keep so it's different cases, you keep arresting different people, but in the back of your head you're like, what if we keep arresting the wrong person for this? What if it is just the Dahlia the whole time that's doing it? It ends up being that ends up being the big boss fight at the end of that kind of, and that's like the one section of the game that it turns into a horror game. It is pretty scary once you find his lair, and it's like, here's where he's been cutting people up, here's where he's been doing this, he's hiding in an abandoned church, it's dark, it's raining, it's pretty spooky.
Ooh, a lot of the Castlevania soundtrack.
From the game?
Yeah, from the game. I wish I could include the show. I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know
I
about
haven't
that.
seen the show.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Join us next week for the last one, where it's on the big day itself, Halloween. See you soon.
See ya.